obviously we've been working together at UCM and Zehr chiropractic for many years now. And, I'd love to just get your thoughts on, how has it gone? What's been your experience with working with us? And, just for anybody out there that isn't currently a UCM client, what's been your experience with working with us, Doc, over the years?
Yeah, I tell you, I first got latched onto you, of course, in the very beginning, because it's like I always knew that any marketing I did through any other company, if they did not understand upper cervical work, they would never get the message out there the way I'd want them to. So that was the first obvious thing, was that theme, the upper cervical theme. But throughout that time, whether it's the discussions with you in the early days or the different, we still do occasionally do those the whiteboard testimonials. We still do those. That came from UCM as far as that goes on social media. Yep. And I kind of ebbed and flowed, to be fair. I mean, I went a lot of months, and I think it sometimes even maybe up to a year or so where I wasn't all that engaged, other than having you do the normal things throughout time, but I wasn't super engaged myself. Call it busy, call it lazy, call it whatever. And then of late, just making up my mind for various reasons that I really needed to understand what I was paying for. I needed to understand what I was getting out of it, and because if I had to be fair as a business owner, I didn't know, and that wasn't because I wasn't getting it. It was because I just didn't know. Right. So in the last couple of years, I really started paying attention to the metrics a whole lot closer. And I think along the way, you have produced things that weren't there in the beginning. The dashboard, the different things that even give us that information, rather than you having to necessarily pull something up and show it to me. Thanks to the fact that I have a good team member who looks at it as well. I can just keep a much closer attention to things, and not because I got it all figured out, but because anybody in business is going to tell you got to know your numbers. Right. And, it's not that what you provide in any way is cheap. I'm not compared to anybody else, but it's a significant amount of money. But if you know what your return is, and that value, and you also realize you just almost don't seem to have it. I would say I have largely a referral-based practice after almost 25 years, but you just still got to be on social media. And I want to grow now that with my son coming. So all that combined, once I started really paying attention, I realized you really gave us a lot of tools that I at least initially did not use. Again, be it the dashboard, the coaching to talk about the dashboard, but and then of course the videos we've talked already a lot about was one of the bigger things, but there's more than just that in terms of your what you offer. And so I think you growing along with the times has certainly been a big part of it. Yeah,
no, I appreciate that. And that's the thing. I mean, we all got to get better, right? Like we got to continue to improve and innovate and learn and apply what we learn. And yeah, that's as you mentioned, just continuing to get more and more dialed in on the metrics that matter the most to doctors and to practices, and being able to communicate that and be able to, keep doctors engaged. Like you said, sometimes, we have clients who just don't meet with us as much as we'd love for you to meet with us. And so it's great that you're staying engaged with us. And obviously that's been a big key to getting even more out of this partnership together. And so I'm excited for you. I know the practice has been doing fantastic, and I think maybe even setting some records lately. And so it's cool to see that. And now with your son coming in at the end of the year, it's just next year can be even better. I'm excited for you.
Yeah.